It's Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy. Now, let me ask you a quick question. What if, like in the vein of like a PG-13 rated horror movie, what if one day as I'm coming out of the tunnel, like you saw this mysterious shadowy creature that I was completely unaware of, but you saw it and I didn't? I've thought about that before. But that appears not to be the case, at least for today, so I will continue walking with confidence out of the tunnel. Here's what I want to mention today. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about my hair today. Yeah, yesterday I was like, is it too long? But when it's fixed right, I feel better about it. And I think anytime I get a haircut and my hair is a different length than before, it takes a few days to kind of get to the right calibration of it. For example, I realized part of the problem is I was using too much shampoo again because my wife bought a new branded shampoo. It's that Dr. Bronner stuff from Whole Foods, and I was putting too much in there, so my hair was too soft. But now, without using pomade, I can just simply fix my hair in the morning real quick. I mean, that's basically I just dry it and I kind of pat it and then I'm done, right? And it's staying in place. So I feel good about that. But the whole video the subject of today's video is actually gonna be, I just went blank, by the way, on what my video is about. I know I had something to say today. Will you just bear with me for just 1 minute, like as I figure out? I totally had a point. Will you be patient with me for just a minute as I figured out the definite point I had about my hair today? Oh yeah, hey, I thought of it. Thank you. So you only had to waste like what, maybe 12 seconds to allow me to think, and thank you for that. It kept me from having to reshoot the video. So here's what I'm thinking though. Even if I am happy with my hair being longer, okay, even if I'm satisfied, even equally satisfied with having my hair this long, 3 inches, as I am having it shaved in #1 buzz guard, even if I'm equally as happy, it still goes back to what I said back when I had a shaved head. And that is that this is still more trouble. I still have to think about this. I don't have to think about a shaved head, but I do have to think about this. There is such a thing as a bad hair day, especially if you're having to, like I just mentioned, taking a couple days to figure out how much shampoo to use or how your hair should look for that hairstyle or whatever. You're having to think about your hair. And I don't like thinking about my hair is the thing about it. I don't like having to spend time to think about hair. So that itself presents a problem. Why it's easier just to shave your head. Am I telling you to shave your hair because you've got a receding hairline? Absolutely not. I'm saying do it if you want to. Am I saying definitely grow your hair out because you have a receding hairline? No. Only if you want to. It's whatever you want to do. Remember, I'm a libertarian, both politically and in life. As long as it's not hurting somebody else, do whatever you want to do. Not what some person tells you to do, not what I say to do. Do whatever you want to do, right? So with that being said, it's still clearly, in my opinion, better just to shave your hair off. The only reason I have hair, really, is because I felt like doing it. And I felt like I owed it to myself because I am 35. My days of hair are limited, and I know that. And I'm growing hair basically because I can. That's it, and that's all. I'm just as happy this way. If anything, maybe just by default, I'm happier without hair just for the fact of I don't have to think about it then. So there is that point. Now, I want to close with a little bonus in this video. I didn't want it to be its own video. I wanted you to have to watch the end of a video to really get to this. But I want to point out something to you, the subscriber that watches all my videos, and you make it all to the way to the end. You even stick with me if I have a momentary 12-second lapse and forget what the video is even about. You're sticking with me this long. I just want to point something out about all this. In the likeness of Stephen Colbert, you know, when he was on the Comedy Central, he was on that show for years playing a character. He wasn't actually really himself the whole time. Now, I don't know if you've put this together or not, but this whole thing about me obsessing over hairline stuff, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like with Stephen Colbert. If you knew me in real life, I would never talk about this stuff ever. I would never go that far into my brain and think about that, right? But I want you to know that as a YouTuber, I'm an actor, right? That's really what I am. I'm an actor. Now, am I actually losing my hair and receding hairline? Am I having these thoughts? Yes, but the funny thing is is ultimately this is a support group based on an actor who has a receding hairline. So what I do every day when I make these videos, to an outsider or a newcomer, they think, man, this Nick Shell guy, he's obsessed with receding hairlines. He's obsessed with his hair. Now, am I really? In reality, am I? No. Instead, I'm a YouTuber who realizes that a lot of people are actually having these thoughts, and because this is my hair, I'm able to have those thoughts with you. And sort of a psychologist of sorts, because that's really, to another degree, who I am, for you, where else are you going to go into the world where you're going to be able to really hear someone talk about the thoughts you're already having? There's not a lot of other places that will serve as a psychologist to the degree that I'm doing, right? And I always point this out, and I'm passionate about this. You know that I'm passionate about this. I do not believe in trying to fix this problem. I'm about doing the most you can with it, having the best hairstyle for it, but I would never try to sell you something to retain your hair, surgery, some kind of oil. I would never do that because I fundamentally am opposed to it. Now, granted, if suddenly I start talking about it, it must mean someone's paying me big money to do it. Like they're paying me like $1 million to, ooh, put this oil in your hair. But that's not who I am. That's not what I believe in. Again, for enough money, it's just like this. I'm a vegan, and I've been a vegan for years. If you paid me enough money, I'd eat a burger. I fundamentally am opposed to it, but for enough money, I would. That's just me being honest with you. But you know where my heart is. Whether I'm an actor, a YouTuber, or not, the fact is, I can relate to you. And I can talk to you about this. So I choose to go into character. I choose to become a person who is obsessed with a hairline and thinking about it all the time. Okay? So I want you to know that that really you can separate Nick Shell, the human being, from Nick Shell, the actor on YouTube that has this channel. I'm becoming a part to help you today because you're 20 years old. Remember that. You're only 20 years old. You're not my age. You're not older than me. You're younger than me, right? So I am simply nothing but a dear diary to the younger version of myself. That's what I am to you. Because when you're my age, think about this. You're 20 now, you're 15, whatever age you are. When you're my age, you won't be thinking about this. You won't be having these thoughts. And I think it's safe to say that most men my age with my hairline don't think this much about it. I think this much about it so that I have information to give you to help you psychologically. Now, I know that this isn't what I named the video. I know this was simply about, I already forgot what the video is actually about again. Oh, I still can't remember what the video is actually about, but you do because you can look on YouTube and see what I titled this. But really, this was a secret kind of bonus video to kind of let you know where I'm coming from. Am I genuine in what I do? Yeah, this is honestly how I feel because I am, what is it called? A method actor, you know? An actor who puts themselves in a situation and becomes that person. On my own, I would never give this much thought to hair loss, but I'm a method actor. So if you want to look up that term, method actor, check it out. That's what I'm doing. But hey, even if it all is just as part of an act, even if it's just to help people in that, it still helps you. I mean, we've all got our favorite movies, right? And we identify with them. We've got our favorite musicians. We identify with them. Even if it's art, even if it's entertainment, and it helps us, and it motivates us, then that's what's important, right? I'm sorry if this is way too heavy, but I do feel that I needed to mix things up. And I needed to just kind of show a different light of what's going on here, because ultimately I'm kind of saying the same stuff every day because I guess people need to hear it, but I really wanted to change things up. So that's where I'm coming from. That's where I get my motivation from. I really do want to help people, but I think becoming the character that I've become for this series is important. Now granted, is my name really Nick Shell? Yes. Do I really have a receding hairline? Yes. You know, but I think it's important to help younger people go through this. Because again, my closing thought is this, that you won't be having these thoughts when you're my age. You will have already graduated because you had me to talk to you in the year 2016 about it. Therefore, you don't think about it anymore. I helped you get through that, and I'm proud to do that. Now, in closing, I already said that 3 times probably, but I finally remember the name of the video again. And it is, I think too much about my hair. I think that's what I'll entitle the video. Thanks for watching. This is behind the scenes. I think I owe it to you to kind of show you behind the scenes what's really going on. I'm a real guy with this real issue, but I don't actually think about it that long. I only think about it to provide content to help you and motivate you, because that is real. What is real? I'm a real human being that really does want to help other people. And if I become this actor, then I can help you more. I'm a method actor. Look that up, method actor. Maybe I should name the video that. Am I being too open and honest today? I might be. But at least I mixed things up today, didn't I? Nick Shell, the internet receding hairline guy.